Hey, this is Jan. I appreciate you pulling up the video. Today we are going to talk about triple net leases. This is for my commercial tenants. You're entering the marketplace right now for the first time ever. This is going to equip you with some of the knowledge and the questions you need to ask so you can have clarity before you enter the marketplace, and so that you don't have any surprises on the day you sign the lease or on the back end after you've signed the lease and are now looking at your contract because you've been billed an amount that you had no idea you were supposed to be billed. All right, let's dive into it. So if you're entering the commercial real estate marketplace and you're looking to lease a property, you want to understand that there are gross leases and there are triple net leases. And so whenever we get a request from a tenant that says, this is our monthly rent, this is how much we want to budget for rent per month, I always say, is that base rent or does that include a triple net expense? Because there is a base rent, which is just your general rent for the property, but in commercial real estate, you also have added expenses for a triple net lease. Those expenses are property taxes, property maintenance, and property insurance. So if you're signing a triple net lease, you're going to have to pay for that. You're going to have to pay for your pro rata share of that expense. Now, you could have a lease that is just a gross lease. And that's a decision that the landlord and their team usually makes. Do we want to market this property as a gross lease, or do we want to market it as a triple net lease? There are other kinds of leases as well, but I don't want to make this too complex. So just think of it as these two different kinds of leases. You've got your gross lease and you have your triple net lease, okay? Two different paths. Now, before you even tour a property, you want to connect with your broker. You want to connect with a landlord's broker. You want to make sure that you understand what the total monthly cost of that lease will be. Is it a gross lease where you're just paying the base rent and that is it? Or is it a triple net lease where you have base rent and then you have that triple net expense on top of that base rent? So important to realize. Okay? And so when you're touring and when you're looking at properties, you want to make sure that your total monthly budget counts when it comes to the triple net fees. You don't want to be surprised and you don't want to sign a lease that is a triple net lease when you thought it was a gross lease and then get billed on the back end, right? That won't be helpful. So property taxes, maintenance, and property insurance are your typical triple net costs. Get clarity on those before you tour. Understand exactly what the numbers are. Sometimes you're going to have brokers or landlords tell you, I'm not sure because I haven't gotten my bills for this year yet, to which you can always say, well, what was the cost last year? And then project what the cost will be this year by understanding what the historical increases are on property taxes, property maintenance, and property insurance, and get to some kind of math to where you can understand what to expect if there's no exact triple net cost. But there should always be a very good understanding and a very good estimate. So make sure you clarify that. That's very important, and that's going to help you sign a lease and a deal where you feel a lot more comfortable than you did if this was an unknown. My name is Jan. I appreciate you watching. If this was something that you found helpful, like, subscribe, share, all that. And if you want to work with us, then the link is below. Feel free to book a call and let's see if we're the right fit. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time.